I'm Twisha from Emerson Independent Video, and today I'm here with the incredibly talented and Academy Award nominee Mark Wahlberg for his new project, Father Stu. Mark, thank you for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.
First question for today is, I heard that you heard this the story of Father Stu from your own parish. What made you decide this is the story worth telling millions of people?
It really resonated with me. It's such an inspiring story. Stu was such a colorful character, went on to touch so many people in a short amount of time that he was a priest. But all of the things that led him to the priesthood and to the seminary are also very remarkable. So it's one of those things, it's a bit stranger than fiction. It's hard to believe that this is actually a true story, but it really resonated with me and I thought it was important for me to tell it.
Mm-hmm. And how did you choose to work with Rosalind Ross as the director and the writer?
She had come on board to write the screenplay, and she did such an amazing job that I thought if she could bring it to the page, then she could definitely bring it to the screen. Mm-hmm. And I think the story is that much more interesting being told from her point of view.
Okay. So the director said that our construct of maleness shames the idea of surrender, and in this movie, the misconception of surrendering oneself to faith contradicts masculinity is shown. So could you speak on that?
I don't think so. I think surrendering to strength. You're in control of the things that you can control, and you let go of the things that you can't. And I think that's a beautiful thing. God wouldn't give us anything that we can't handle. So
exactly. Yes,
yeah.
Completely agree with you.
Yeah.
So in other interviews, I've heard you say that you were on a really high calorie diet, and in the movie I saw you portray Father Stu's illness extremely well. Did you at any moment feel like you weren't in your body? Did you ever feel like you were in someone else's body, or did it make you feel closer to Father Stu in any way?
Well, I certainly felt close to him. I prayed for his intercession on a regular basis, and he's very powerful. He's still very much at work to this day. But no, I felt like I wanted to get as close and accurate a portrayal as possible in Stu. But I still always feel like the 50-year-old me when making a movie. Yeah.
Okay, and you have previously worked with Mel Gibson before in Daddy's Home 2, and compared to this movie, they're completely different father-son dynamic. Mm-hmm. So how was it for you working as actors in this, taking an approach?
It was great. We both really embraced the material. Bill's first choice was Mel. And Bill was really tickled that Mel was portraying him in the film. Mm-hmm. Actually, we showed the movie to all of Stu's family and friends yesterday in Helen, Montana, which is probably the most nerve-wracking part of the entire process, but the response was overwhelming, so very excited. And they have such an interesting relationship. Parents obviously are not supposed to bury their children, and so not really knowing how to cope with the loss of his first child, and then having an opportunity to redeem himself and take care of his son in a way that he didn't early on. When Stu was diagnosed, he was really, he was his primary caregiver, so he bathed him, he showered him, he fed him. It's a pretty remarkable story.
Okay, thank you. And you've dedicated 6 years into this project, I've heard. If Father Stu was here with us today, what would you tell him? What would the conversation be like?
Well, hopefully he would have been proud of the film and the way it turned out. But with his sense of humor, who knows? Who knows? He would probably give me a couple of insults here and there. Yeah.
Okay. And what's next?
Right now we're just traveling the country promoting the film. Off to work next, and hopefully I'll get home to see my wife and my kids really soon.
Okay. Well, that was my interview with Mark Wahlberg. Thank you for watching Emerson Independent Videos, and I'll see you next time.